What is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming. Leg number 4, Keflavik over to Vagar in the Faroe Islands. It's a pretty cool approach. Definitely one of the toughest approaches, I'm going to say, in this world tour. Just because if you guys have ever landed in the Faroe Islands, you know runway 30, depending on the weather conditions, it can be a bit of a handful. I do not recommend landing here in the nighttime as well. There's zero lighting. Runway lights are terrible. Even though it's good scenery by the MK Studios, it's a really, really tough approach. So we've rolled the time back. It's early morning here in Keflavik. And, flights do land in Vagar in the nighttime. But, for the sole purposes of showcasing good content, we're going to hold off on the nighttime flying, at least at this airport. We got ATC online. Flight time is about 1 hour and 10 minutes long. We got towered on the ground here in Keflavik. So while we got GSX doing GSX things, let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get things ready to go here. Come over here to the volume tab. Let me go ahead and pull up some sounds for everybody. Good stuff. Good stuff. Call sign up top to Air Canada 540 as always. We're not changing anything up here. Mass and balance. We are a little bit delayed with the video. Didn't get one off last night. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get this one off Tuesday morning. And then, maybe on Friday we'll sort of do like a surprise stream or something. I know, we stream, I guess, part-time on Fridays. But maybe we can throw in a World Tour leg. You know what I mean? Init requests. Let's get that all set up. There we have it. We're going Keflavik over to Vagar. Today's call sign is Air Canada 540. Plug that in there. Cost index of 12, and we're cruising up to 37,000 feet on today's flight. IRS init. Align on ref. Beautiful. Come over to the init, the fuel and weight init tab. Here it is. It's all sorted. It's already been loaded and planned. We just got to go ahead and send that off to the MiG-2. Beautiful. Coming out of Keflavik, we are departing off of runway 1. Actually, let me just confirm with Vatsim. Departures and arrivals runway 1. I'm curious to see what they're going to give us for taxiing. We're going to be on the Oscu 3 Alpha as well. Insert that. Beautiful. In Vagar, we are going to plan the ILS Victor 30 approach. And there's no star. Insert that. Beautiful. Let's make sure my waypoints are all in here. We'll be taking it in from Magni. And there's a couple waypoints I got to add in here that are not there that we need there for the approach. So the ILS Victor for 30. So after Magni, it's going to be Victor Golf 932. And then from Victor Golf 932, it's Victor Golf 930. We got to add the teardrop in here. I don't know why. And then it looks like Victor Golf 908. .908, 907, and then it's the approach. Beautiful. Looking good. Looking good. Perf init. Let's go ahead and plug in our performance numbers here. Departure, runway 1, load up, sync up, bam, 39, 39, 41. Send that off. It's a flaps 1 departure, trim of down 1.2. All of that looks good. We still got to get our clearance. 118.00. That's our frequency. And we'll get our squawk in a second here. Let's call them up. First things first, just gotta make sure we have the... looks like the controller came offline. No Vatsim ATIS available. I think he logged off. 28.1. Let me tune to the ATIS.
Og Reykjavík Turist, góða kvöldi áttu fyrir flug Lárus á leið 4 í 8.01 að leita eftir snertluningum.
Okay, it looks like only Reykjavik is online. Not Keflavik, so we got no ATC. He just came off. No big, so we'll just continue on with our flows here. Set that guy over. We're going to be squawking 2,000. I'll show you the charts in a minute. QNH 1017. And we're just going to go right up to 37,000 feet. That's all set. Beautiful. Open up the charts. Let's kind of show you guys what we got in store. There we have it. So we are on the Oscom 3 Alpha departure. It's runway heading max 210 at this waypoint, and it's a right turn with another speed restriction, max 230, and then we're going to follow the Oscom 3 Alpha on out. So we got to be above these waypoints here, 13, 14, and 16,000. The wind's 350 at 4. A few clouds at 3,000. Temperature is 5. Altimeter 1017. Get rid of that. Looks like boarding has been completed, so what we can do is we can come upstairs here, get our APU bleed on. We'll get our fuel pumps on as well. Beacon light can come on, and close up all our doors here. By the way, I just want to let you guys know, Chaseplane is now fully released to the general public. A little disappointing considering I had to spend some money on Friday to get it. You know, a little disappointing that they didn't have a release date sort of set in stone. You know what I mean? Not too happy about it, to be completely honest with you. And I've also had some questions for them that they haven't even responded back to yet. Kind of sucks, but such is life. Anyways, let's come upstairs here. GSX request pushback and departure. Wish that controller stayed online a little bit longer. So we're a day behind with our World Tour flight. And, you know, we'll see what happens with our 5th leg, just because that's planning to be released on Wednesday. Don't know if I'll be able to get 2 flights in. Let's have a look and see.
Departure checks completed. Bypassing inserted.
Well, we got Fly Live finally working. Struggling with Fly Live. Holy smoke. There we go, lifting us up here. Nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start up engine number uno. I think it's this one. There we go. We are at general aviation parking here in Keflavik. This is where we parked in the last video. Let's go ahead and get up engine number 2. Actually, a pretty decent pushback, considering we're not, we can no longer
Parking brake.
do the manual pushback. Beautiful. Again, I appreciate everybody subbing to the channel. 6 subs away from 1,900
Bypass
on the channel. That's pretty exciting. APU bleed and master switch coming off. Nose lights.
right.
Over to taxi. Engine start switch. Norm position. Flaps 1. Ground spoilers armed. Auto brake. Max. And just to confirm, down 1.2 on the trim. Beautiful. Confirmed. Down 1.2. Open up Navigraph once more. Have a look at our taxi briefing here. So we're up here at the east apron. Looks like we're going to hang a left. And we'll come through the maintenance and cargo hangars. We'll cross runway 1 over to Echo. Get onto the runway. Pretty straightforward stuff. And we'll make a call just to make sure everybody hears us. Keflavik traffic, Air Canada 540 taxiing to runway 1 via the east apron. Sierra will cross runway 1 over to Echo and hold short. Keflavik traffic. Here we go. Parker brake coming off. That guy flipped over. Parker brake off. Let's go. One thing I'm going to learn to do is not taxi so fast. That's going to be my goal. Tire looks flat. I'm not even going to lie. Camera physics also with Chaseplane, you can see everything kind of bouncing around. They don't change the physics of the aircraft. They change, I guess it's the physics adapt to the behavior of the aircraft. That's what I think Chaseplane's goal was. See it bumping around, bouncing around. It's definitely something to get used to for people who maybe don't have FS realistics such as myself. It's definitely something to get used to. It's a pretty cool part of the airport. It is developed. Definitely looks nicer in the GA parking than most. Most developers don't prioritize GA parking or sometimes cargo hangars, you know what I mean? Cargo terminals. I like that when you turn in Chaseplane, it almost acts as if there's like an eye tracker or something. We're taking Sierra right across till to Echo. We're going to cross runway 1. Not hearing any calls. Probably not a lot of traffic coming in. So we'll make sure to boogie across the runway pretty quick. Keflavik Traffic Air Canada 540 crossing runway 1 at Sierra. Beauty. So far, 7 minutes since we started taxiing. It's a pretty big airport to taxi around to, especially if you're departing runway 10. Departing runway 10, you got to go pretty much all the way around. confirm the winds are still 350 at 4, so not terrible winds. Should be a pretty straightforward, stable departure. Start slamming down on the brakes here. We don't need full runway length. And no, I don't hear no call, so I don't think anybody's coming in. Definitely nobody coming in. Keflavik traffic, Air Canada 540, lining up runway 1 for departure, Oscu 3 Alpha. Let's get lined up here. Need a little bit of thrust. Make sure TCAS is on and recording. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Enjoy the departure. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Like the video. Drop me a like if you care. You want to see more World Tour content. We're doing, I think it's a total of 73 legs, but I might add some legs on the World Tour. We'll see. Sorry, ladies and gents, just put the sounds up there. Beautiful. Pretty much good to go here. Let's get on the brakes. Landing lights, nose lights coming on. Bucket, throwing the wing lights on as well. Throttle's going up. 50%. Manflex 68, SRS runway auto blue. Winds are 350 at 4. Knots, we're neutral. And V1 and rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Keflavik traffic, Air Canada 540, clear all runways. Beautiful. Climb detent is in. Start pitching down about 10 degrees here. Flaps flaps up. Beautiful. Stay on those flight directors there. Trans level 7,000 as well. that beautiful sunrise out there in the distance. Autopilot coming on. Everybody back upstairs here. Daddy. Standard pressure set. Looks like 10,000 feet. Landing lights and wing lights. Adios. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, we're through 10,000 feet. Going to fly the aircraft up to 37,000 feet. And it'll be a short cruise before we start descending into the Faroe Islands. But until then, for the rest of the video, I'll catch y'all on the arrival, ladies and gents. Peace! What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the video. We are on the descent into Vagar. We're planning the ILS Victor 30 approach, and I believe we're on that approach currently. Actually, not quite yet. Once we pass Magny, it's about 25 miles out, we'll be on the approach coming into beautiful Faroe Islands. Not much to really gather at the moment in terms of visuals, but let's open up Navigraph, show you what the approach looks like. So we are coming in from Magny. And then we're going to be following sort of this, I guess you would call this a left downwind, and then turn for final. Some restrictions here, mandatory 4,000 on this approach, as well as at Victor Golf 904, this waypoint here, max 160 on the speed. So you're pretty much 160 knots, 10 miles from the airport, and that's because it's a single runway. And, you know, in case of other departing aircrafts, you got to maintain that visual separation. The winds are 360 at 10, few clouds at 9,500, broken at 14,000 at 6 degrees, altimeter 1010. Once we get to the airfield, we're going to have to backtrack runway 12, 12. And then we'll probably park, I would say, somewhere up here, probably stand 1 or something. I don't think there's any gates here, from my understanding. Been a little while since I've been out here. That's pretty much what we got planned. So in terms of everything else, 1010 on the QNH, 6 degrees. I don't know why the winds are showing 000 at 10. It's 360. Oh, I guess that is 360 at 10. Trans level is 7,500, and there's our mins of 455. Again, it's one of those approaches, you know, it's very tough to land here in the nighttime, so if you're not familiar and used to flying out here, I would definitely do it in the daytime. It's a pretty cool approach. It's done by MK Studios. It's one of their early sceneries for the sim. You know, I kind of wish, you know, whenever they do their V2 update for it, and I know it's coming, you know, maybe they'll do the whole island. I know they did Greenland with Kangaroo Sulak, I forget how to pronounce it. I know they did the island, and I mean, Faroe Islands being so small, it just makes sense that they would maybe do that one as well. And we're passing flight level 200 currently. We're about an hour and 8 minutes in. We had a little bit of traffic coming in here. No ATC currently. Somebody did just land a private jet in here. A biz jet. From Vagar, we are going to be going to Knock, Ireland. A little bit of a longer flight. I think it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours-ish from here. So stay tuned for that one. That'll be leg number 5. And the goal is to aim for about 3 videos a week for the World Tour, not including live streams. So if I get a couple flights in, you know, a day, that'll sort of make up and alleviate some of that, you know, flight time during the week if I have to. So I try to do things on the weekends. See the islands coming up there, kind of popping up. Again, it's not really modeled. The photogrammetry is not all that great out here. Some cool visuals with Chaseplane, and yes, Chaseplane fully released as of today. A little bit disappointed. I had to spend, you know, almost $100 just to get it. I wish they kind of had a release date planned, but you know, you kind of get suckered into that world. If you want something, you'll just sort of pay for it if you really want it. Unfortunately, it was only released to Club 42 members. You know, such is life. Is what it is. Great add-on to have. There we go. We're pretty much turning downwind right now. Going down to 4,000 feet. Parts of the Faroe Islands coming up. Gotta love these visuals, man, I'm telling you. Like I said, photogrammetry is not all that strong out here. None of this has been developed in the sim. By any means. Except the airport itself, done by MK Studios. We're gonna have a slight quartering crosswind coming in here. Nothing that we can't handle. We should be able to do things okay. Gotta love flying these airliners into these small airports, you know, these remote places. Places you probably couldn't go to in real life. And the departure is just as great as the arrival. See the airport down there, airport lights. On your departure, if you're departing off of 30, you're pretty much following the water out and then turning out. It's fantastic. Again, we've done a couple flights on the channel. I think we departed Vagar, and as I believe we also arrived in here as well. I think we did two flights coming in here. I have no idea where everybody lives. I don't think they live down here. I think you got to drive out. A very remote part of the world. All right, let's focus on flying here. We're still good. Auto brake set to medium. I think it's like a 6,000 or a 5,000 foot runway, so you got to get off real fast. Up on 10,000. Landing lights coming on. Landing system coming on. Aircraft slowing up now. Get the aircraft back down to about 210 on the speed. There we go. Get those speed brakes out. Full force. And I'll activate the approach phase. There we have it. There's that crazy descend. Vagar traffic, Air Canada 540 on the ILS Victor for runway 30, passing Victor Golf 930 at 8,000 feet descending. 2,700 feet per minute, it's a little bit crazy. Let's go ahead and set the altimeter. Vagar altimeter 1010. Beautiful. So I think we have a restriction at 907. We don't. It's just 904. I'm going to throw it in vertical speed. Thousand feet per minute. Get that aircraft slowed up here. We'll go flaps 1. Speed 190. Arm those ground spoilers. Beautiful. We could shallow out the descent a little bit more. We'll get it down to 160. A little bumpy coming in. Here's 4,000 feet. We'll go flaps too. Arm the approach. Beautiful. So VG 904 puts us at about a 10-mile final. We'll make the call once we get it. Airport out in front of us. Low captured. Vagar traffic, Air Canada 540, 10-mile final, runway 30 at Victor Golf 90. We're going to keep 160 in here for a bit because, like I said, we're pretty much slow speeds out really far. No need to get fully configured. Glide slope active. Runway turns coming off. Nose lights over to takeoff. Beauty. Do my best to make a good landing here, and like I said, photogrammetry is not that great out here. Not going to rush the approach, so we're going to brief our missed approach here. It says climb the 4,000 via the RNP. Missed approach to join Magni Holding. Max 230 on the speeds. And we're going to come up here. We're going to request gate 1. Such a cool approach, man. I'm telling you, something you guys got to do.
2,500.
Get that gear down. We're going to go ahead and put it in managed mode now. Go ahead. Laps 3. And we can go flaps full. Beautiful. Gear down 3 green. Laps are full. Ground spoilers are armed. Have a look up top here. All of our lights and signs are on, ladies and gents. Let's try to make a good landing here. We just need a good landing. It's all we need. On the go around, in case of a go around, we're gonna fly the published missed approach over to Magni and we'll hold it. Reconfigure for the approach. Right now we got a crosswind with the wind should spin around. It's 360 at 9. Enjoy the arrival, ladies and gents. Sound is up. We are ready to go. My aircraft. You want to fly the Pappies here. You don't want to... Pappies and Glide are pretty much synced, but you want to fly the Pappies coming in. If you haven't done so, smash down that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Greatly appreciate that. It helps out the channel tremendously. Look at that. It's a sloped runway as well, as you guys can see that. 2 whites, 2 reds all the way in. We're stable. Vagar traffic, Air Canada 540, short final, runway 30.
500. 500 above.
Got to make sure. Be careful here. We're not looking for the butter. Continue. We're not looking for the butter.
Fifty, 40, 30, 20. Retard.
Don't know if that was legal. I'm taking it though. 70 knots, reverser stowed. Ladies and gents, I think it was legal. We'll go all the way to the end. We'll spin her back around. Told you, it's a very strange approach coming in. Looks like we can spin around. Can we spin around up here? Yeah, we can. And we'll do just that. We'll have to play that one back and see how I did. I thought I was going to bounce it for a second. And then the airplane just kind of twirled around, which I thought was strange. Don't want to fall off the cliff here. Hour 24 minutes, ladies and gents. I think you add 10 minutes on that for the taxi time in Keflavik. But honestly, I don't think I could have done better. Start speeding up. Vagar traffic, Air Canada 540, backtracking runway 12 for stand. We're taxiing to gate 1. Get the APU on. What was my landing rate on that? A 125, 1.22 G, 1.53 left side slip. Should we take that? Coming in here? Probably didn't have to float it as much as I did, but I think it was legal. I think it was legal. Still getting used to the physics here, the camera physics. And again, it's pretty good scenery. Can't even knock it. It's not updated MK Studios, but it's good enough. Taxi lights on, beautiful. I don't even know where we're going. Stand 1, I thought. Over there. Beautiful. Kind of out of the way. I think this is GA parking. Beautiful. We'll get the aircraft out of the way here. No idea. No idea where I need to go here. Ah, I see. Park and brake on. APU bleed coming on. Engines 1 and 2. Sayonara. Seatbelt lights coming off. Fuel pumps coming off. We're shutting her down. Beacon light coming off. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Let's dismiss this. We'll connect this guy. We'll come upstairs. That guy will get turned on. APU coming off. I think we're all good to go here. Request deboarding. Not bad. Not bad, ladies and gents. Again, very challenging airport. So you really have to be on your 1s and 2s coming out here to the Faroe Islands. It's very challenging, especially with the winds, as you guys can see. I try to do my best version of this flight as possible. You know, you guys know my inconsistency with the Fenix aircrafts. It's kind of why I'm flying it. You know what I mean? I think I fly it decent enough. You know what I mean? But a lot of work to be had. Atlantic Airways, obviously, that's the flag carrier for the Faroe Islands, if you guys are wondering what flights you can do out of here. Anyways, that concludes this video. Hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll catch y'all on the live stream later this evening, ladies and gents. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.